Sade, my wife and I, we had Valentine's dinner in the psych ward, which was probably the most romantic. Would you say that was the most romantic Valentine's dinner that we ever had? Also, during art therapy, I made her a Valentine's Day card.
During art therapy?
Yes, it was basically finger painting for old people.
What's the psych ward like?
Ordinary.
Really?
Ordinary, except you're not allowed anything that you could hurt yourself with, and they take your cell phone, and you write with pens that are just the insides of the pen because to give it away that there's sturdiness so you couldn't attack someone. And then what was the other? And then you have socks with treads on them. That was the other thing, which I think all socks should have treads on them.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I think it's very helpful. But the scary part was thinking about what it was going to be like, because all we know is the movies we grew up with.
Yeah, where someone's holding you by the back belt loop, walking you around.
Yes. And then
there's some big Indian next to you playing chess.
But any kind of crisis in general, just in terms of like the reaction, you know what I mean? Like who's around you? What helped me? And, it's not for everyone. Like some people are like, wouldn't be as reliant on like humor or prayer or family. But those are the things.
You got me. I'll never, as long as I do this podcast, I've never cried that quickly. When you said you grabbed the guy's hands, that is so me.
Yeah, that is so.
That is like that. I'm crying again. That is like right up my fucking alley. That is like, God. I mean, when you said that, I went, oh, that is where my head's at, my heart's at. Oh, I don't think I'll ever forget that as long as I fucking do this podcast.
I think that when you said, I'm glad this happened, I know you're meant about the podcast.
I just wanted to clarify.
But I have to say that I'm glad that I had a brain tumor. I'm very glad I did. And I think that I've gained more than I lost in the end. Mm-hmm. And I know this could have gone a different way. And at that point, I probably wouldn't be saying I'm grateful I had the brain tumor, because I'd probably be dead. Or my husband would be, not making people laugh anymore and being, daddy daycare or whatever. But that's not what happened. What happened was I went through on this journey that was really, really hard. And I gained more than I lost.
Yeah.
On the journey. So.
And it was for a purpose.
And it was for a purpose.
It was for a purpose. Even if maybe the purpose was to write this book so that someone else who's going through something similar doesn't feel alone. Because I think so many people, especially today, feel very alone and don't know where to turn for companionship's the wrong word, but for someone who that is something they can relate to in a very real way. So that's a really huge gift you give to the world by processing this, taking notes through the whole thing. I mean, I can't believe you were in ICU making notes. I mean, that's pretty exceptional.
It was a coping mechanism.
I'm sure.
Like when we went, you guys probably know when you went through some of your, traumas, like being like processing it through the lens of comedy helps.
Yes, it does.
It takes the edge off.
It does.
And
but what a gift you gave to the world. That's a huge gift.
Thank you. There's no Shakespeare. There's no the Bible.
Doesn't need to be.
But it's like.
I'm obsessed with the energy of the ocean because you're right. I saw the video of you with the shark and I've seen videos with you in so many places where your energy dictates the energy around you.
It does. It really does. And I mean, I think in a way it's like, that's why, to me, just going in the ocean.
We played this video for
I saw that.
These two guys
was hilarious.
And they're not, and they were losing but your energy, correct, dictates that moment.
The energy can shape it, but I think a lot of times it goes both ways, where you have to get in the ocean and you have to kind of read the energy of what's going on around you, and then that's how you dictate what your energy should be. And so in the case of that shark, it's like as soon as
that's like a 14-foot great white shark.
It was 17 foot.
17?
Yeah.
It was 3 feet between friends.
Yes.
17-foot great white shark, and that is a big. I mean, like it's a barrel of a fish.
That was a big fish.
Set me through the whole scenario.
So basically, I slip into the water that day. There was nothing going on that day.
Who are you with?
So I'm on this research vessel for the sake of studying great white sharks. And the thing was that you usually go on scuba. You get into a shark cage and then you wait and hopefully a great white will swim by and you get to watch, the animals. And so we did that in the days before and we saw some great whites. And that was my first time, really seeing great whites like that. And it was cool. But at the same time, we talk about energy and, body language and all that kind of stuff. And that's what I'm used to is being a free diver and being outside of a cage. And so it was interesting for me. And I got to the point basically where I really missed free diving. And then we had this lull where there were no sharks. There was, nothing. It was such a boring day of not seeing any sharks. People were literally falling asleep on scuba in the cage because there was nothing to see. Like it was just blue water and that's it. And so the captain's like, Kimi, if you want to free dive today is your day. There's nothing going on out here. I was like, I'm so down. I miss it.
How deep were you?
I mean, it was like bottomless. It was deep. Yeah. And then so I put on my snorkel and my free diving gear, and I was just gonna go in just to get that feeling of diving. And my friend Morgan's like, "Oh, do you mind if I get some shots of you free diving?" And everyone was just bored because there were no sharks. And so
how serendipitous,
right? And so I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And I get in the water. My mask kind of starts to leak. So I have my head out of the water. I'm fixing it. Right when Morgan slips in, I just hear him scream through his snorkel. He grabs my arm. I feel like he's going to rip it out of its socket. He's shaking me so hard. So obviously I know what I'm going to see as soon as I put my face down. And as soon as I do, she's like, from me to you, swimming straight at me.
Whoa.
Yes. And so that was a very quick instance of reading energy. And if that shark is swimming straight at me, I know I have to embrace this moment and just swim right at her. Because what is it going to do if you do the opposite, right?
It's going to chase you.
Yeah. Like, do you think you can outswim a great white shark? Probably not.
Oh, no. I was in the water with a great white shark. I've been in the water twice with a great white shark. Once in a cage, once out of a cage on accident.
Oh, cool.
We were swimming with blue shark.
Those are cool sharks. Yeah.
Very, very like almost like dogs.
Puppy dogs.
Yeah. They were just literally just come up and you could put your hand on their nose and they were really docile. And we were swimming blues just off Catalina with this guy, John Manley is his name. He's like an oceanographer. And they just scattered. And we were like, oh, that's odd. And we saw a shadow in the back. It was pretty good visibility, to be honest with you. Shadow in the back, but it was moving with such intention.
Mm-hmm,
meaning like,
exactly.
I don't, like a running back who sees an opening, and you see that running back take that opening and you go, God, man, I don't know if I can move like that. That shark moved so intent that I thought, I remember thinking, I'd seen videos of shark attacks in my life, and I was like, well, if that happened to me, I would just swim. I'd like kind of move them away. I bet I could push away and fight my way off. You can't.
Right.
That shark decides to make a move, and it's going so quick. And so I hopped out of the water, and they were making maybe the best cheeseburger I've ever had in my life. I swear to God, this woman on this boat made the best breakfast burrito I've ever had in my life and the best cheeseburger I've ever had in my life. But this guy, John Manley, stayed in the water with this, and not far from the cage, but watching it. But it was scary.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And don't get me wrong. Like when you put your face in the water and you see the face and the teeth of a great white shark swimming right at you, it is scary. It's definitely fear. But I think in those moments, you need to be able to harness that fear and turn it into something more useful than panic. And so if you can turn it into courage.
I do that with stand up. Sometimes when I get nervous on stage, I can turn it into positive energy.
I completely agree. I mean, when I basically just I just went like, woo, like I just let out this like, let's do it, and I just swam at the shark. And as soon as I did, she veered off. And then once she veered off, it was like the minute I swam at her, I think it just kind of told her like, okay, that's not prey. Prey doesn't do that. And as soon as I did that, it changed her whole energy, where that same, swimming with crazy intention mellowed out. And then this shark started swimming a lot slower. She put her fins out like an airplane, which is kind of gliding.
This is it. We're watching it right now.
And then that happened.
I don't know if you can steal this and put this in the video, please.
Yeah. And so basically then I matched her energy, where now I'm not going to swim aggressively at her. I'm going to swim gently
be with her
because she's being gentle. And so
such a beautiful animal.
So our energy does, I feel, help shape the experience. And it's the same of what you say with stand-up. Because, by this time in my life, I'm very used to dealing with sharks as I am now. Public speaking, I was not used to that.
You spoke last night.
Oh, yeah. And so these days, I'm able to do the same thing. But when I did like my first TED Talk, I was so scared. Like that's way scarier than great white sharks for me. To know that you're opening and there's like 1,000 people out there, and your heart starts beating fast, your palms get all sweaty, your voice is shaking and you don't like the way it sounds. That stuff is so
your mouth gets dry
scary.
and you need to swallow, but you're already in the middle of a sentence.
All of that, but it's the same thing where I just tell myself like, okay, I know that I don't like this, but if I fight this stress that I'm feeling, it's just going to get worse. And I know that because I've tried to fight it before and my voice just shakes more and it just becomes this horrible experience, where I'm just trying so hard to think about what I'm going to say because I don't like how I'm feeling. And yet, or I could use it for something more useful. If I could say, okay, thank you, heart, for beating so fast. Thank you, palms, for sweating. I don't know why you're doing this, but I know that you're here because I'm about to deliver. I'm about to perform. You are here to give me the adrenaline or the energy or whatever it is that I need, that if I don't fight you and I welcome you and I embrace you, you are here to go through my body and let me deliver. And when I embrace it that way, then it becomes a lot less scary.
I had a boat when I lived in Malibu.
Shut
also,
the fuck
yeah,
up.
I had a boat, and I'll tell you this is exactly true story. I had this whole vision, man. It's in the marina. I'm gonna bring my boat. I'm gonna put my boat anchor.
Is there a marina out in Malibu?
There's a marina in Marina Del Rey. So I would go get my boat, drive it up to Malibu. I would anchor it, dude, and then we would swim around. I'd have chicks out there. It'd be great. Blah blah blah. So I have my boat. That
is my dream.
I know, but I never fucking do it. It's a pain in the ass. I have to get the boat clean. But driving up there, it's a pain in the ass. Blah blah blah. So my wife she was then my girlfriend. Like the second weekend she's spending at my house, I'm like, dude, this is the fucking time. This is everything I fucking dreamed of. So I go get the boat. Oh, I was supposed to get my kid the next day. So I drive my car to the marina, get in the boat, now my car's in the marina, bring the boat up, anchor the boat, have a few drinks. All night I'm laying in bed going, a fucking wave's gonna come get this boat and drive it right through anchor's gonna pull up. Did I set the anchor right? I got the fucking lights on. Someone's gonna slam into it. I can't sleep. Then I realize I don't have my car. I have to go pick my kid up at 8:30. So I go, fuck. I get up at 6 a.m. Don't tell my girlfriend. I go, how am I going to do this? I don't have a dinghy. I got to swim out to my boat. So how am I going to do that? I have car keys and a wallet and a shirt. I'm going to go to my ex-wife's house wet. I go, how am I going to do this? I get a Ziploc bag. I put all my keys, my wallet, my shirt in the Ziploc bag. I then take the thing, I zip it close, and I go, what the fuck? How am I going to swim? Now, by the way, it's all kind of, kelp and shit out there too.
Yeah.
6 a.m. I go, all right, I put it in my teeth. So I got to keep my head above water, and I'm swimming. I get about 40 yards out. By the way, you have to keep the boat 150 yards out legally. So I'm like swimming out there, and suddenly I realize it's 6 a.m. Nobody knows I'm out here. I'm by myself. It's dead calm. I'm for sure going to get eaten by a shark.
Yeah.
And then no one's going to know. And they're going to think it's going to be one of those things where it's like, she definitely killed him. Like, what the fuck? So I'm swimming out, and I shit you not, for me, 10 yards out, a fucking sea lion pops its head up through the kelp and looks at me. I Fred Flintstone it. Dogging paddling as fast as I can. I get on the boat, heart's beating. I get on the boat. I go, I'm fucking selling this boat. This is ridiculous. Fuck this boat. I drove it back to the marina, put it for sale.
Are you serious?
I never used it again. Like, this is the worst idea. What the fuck am I doing out here? This is terrible. Drove back. Had to go all the way down the marina, anchor the goddamn thing. By that time, it's 7:15. Get in my car. I'm like, this is bullshit. I have a beach house. Fuck it. I sold my boat.
God, that's my dream. That's my dream.
It's a good dream until you're out there in the middle of the morning going, I'm going to be murdered right now by a shark.
Turkey. Look at people that are Turkish and Greek. That feud for so many years, and it's so
Turkish
close.
wrestling is the gay wrestling I was looking for, Halston. Turkish wrestling is the wrestling I was looking for. Do you remember me saying that to someone? What's the gay wrestling where they put their hands in each other's pants?
No, they don't.
You've never seen Turkish wrestling?
No.
Turkish wrestling. Put in Turkish wrestling, Halston.
They put it.
You've
What?
never seen? It's
No.
the most aggressively gay thing I've ever seen in my life.
What?
Turkish. I think it's Turkish oil wrestling or something. Turkish. Are you finding it? They're in leather pants and they're covered in oil. Putting their hands. I swear to God. Look at this. Turkish oil wrestling. Watch this.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Oh my God. Look, they're gonna make out.
yeah. Look at this. Yeah. Turn the music off and look at this. But watch. They put their hands inside each other's pants. Turkish oil wrestling is the gayest thing I've ever seen. And they're gorgeous. Look at these guys. Look at these guys. What are they? I think these guys are into the wrong sport.
Yeah.
Watch this. Watch this. Look. Watch this. Get your hand out of my pants. Okay, come on. Jesus. Hey.
I love how they go to the old guy. Like,
Look at him.
What?
Look. Yeah, I told you.
Oh my God.
Turkish oil wrestling. That, by the way, I've been wanting to share that with someone. Turkish oil. Hey, Chris D'Elia is live
What?
on his podcast with his brother right now. Turkish oil wrestling. Look, they put their hands in their pants and grab each other's dicks.
What?
Look.
But like, what's the point? Like, do they pin? Like, how do you win?
I think if you the
Whoever comes first?
person that comes first. Read
Oh.
this. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. And that's in your asshole.
Oh
I got
my
your asshole.
God.
I wish someone could defend this for me and go, it's not gay. When I put my hand in his pants.
I mean, I've never seen any. Yeah, this is not a joke.
No, this is real. Turkish oil wrestling. Google. Let's just get a description of Turkish oil wrestling. Traditional Turkish oil wrestling. Oil wrestling. There we go.
What?
It's a Turkish national sport. By the way, I hope this doesn't. There's going to be Turkish people losing their fucking mind going,
What?
By the way, what if that's my thing that I get cancel culture for? If the Turks come after me?
Oh my God.
The young Turks are going to fucking.
You tap out when you came.
Yeah.
You just go. I did it. Oh
What
my.
what does it say? Halston, can you read? I can't read.
The wrestlers known as Pa'ilvan, meaning hero or champion, wear a type of hand-stitched leather trousers called a kizbil, which is traditionally made of water buffalo hide and most recent has made of calf skin.
Okay.
Unlike Olympic wrestling, oil wrestling matches may be won by achieving an effective hold on the kizbit. So they're trying to hold the pants, yeah. Thus, they aim to control the opponent's arm by putting it through the kizbil. To win by this move is called pakakazik. Originally, matches had to set duration and could go on for 1 or 2 days until one man was able to establish his superiority. But in 1975, the duration was capped at 40 minutes.
Can you imagine doing that for 2 days? You just got your.
I feel like I've done that with my wife for 2 days.
Yeah,
I've been running around trying to get my
what
hand in her
happens after
pants.
2 days? They get married. He's touched him so much.
Turkish oil wrestling is one of the most aggressively gay things I've ever seen.
I've never. That's
that isn't gay. That is. I mean, obviously, there's. By the way, put down that Tom and I need to Turkish oil wrestle each other.
Yeah, but those.
I'm
old,
gonna text Joe, Tom, and Ari and go, guys. I know what we're doing for Sober October.
Dude, I can't believe those old men were sitting there with like Kangol hats and sweaters, looking at it that seriously.
I'm texting those guys right now.
That's
Walk me
hilarious.
through the next 11 years of your life to 40 years old. Like dream scenario.
Okay,
Put it in the
okay,
universe.
okay,
Put it in
okay.
the universe.
Dream scenario, I wrestle for another maybe 3 to 4 years.
Yeah.
Accomplish as much as I can. Work for all the major companies just to kind of like dip my toe in everything and say I did it. Then I would leave wrestling and either get into stand-up comedy or like acting for movies.
Really?
Yeah.
Ultimately the Rock's trajectory is what you'd love to do.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Which is I guess like ludicrous for just some random guy from Canada to just say,
It's
but
not ludicrous. It was ludicrous from a random guy from fucking Miami or Hawaii to say.
yeah, that's true.
I mean, I got to be honest with you. I don't think any of us saw The Rock being who he is today.
No. No.
When he did his first movie was The Mummy.
Yes, he was. That's the Scorpion King debut.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I was like, we've seen these.
I loved it.
I did too. And then all of a sudden he started coming up in movies. I was like, God damn it, am I falling in love with this man?
Yes, you are.
And then you were like, and then it got to like Jumanji. I walked out and I
Unreal.
said, that's the greatest movie I've ever seen in my life.
Unreal.
I had a dream I kissed Kevin Hart on the lips last night. I swear to God. I had a dream I kissed Kevin Hart on the lips. We were at a party and it was all black people and no one knew why I was there. And I didn't know I was there.
Okay.
And Kevin walked in and I went, oh, it's Kevin's party. In my dream, I was like, now I know why I'm here. And everyone was losing their mind over Kevin. And he came around. Like I was sitting here on a couch and he came around the back of the couch and was like, Bertie Bert. And I was like, what's up, Kev? And he came in to give me a hug and I turned around like this. And I just kissed him on the lips on accident. I meant to like give him a kiss on the cheek, but I kissed him on the lips. He was
Okay.
like- and he was like, no, man. No, God damn it, you kissed me on the lips. And everyone was like, what the fuck did you do? And I was like, I'm wasted. I'm sorry.
That was in your dream?
It was in my dream last night. I kissed Kevin Hart on the lips.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, The Rock, his path was Jumanji was one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Yes. Most fun I've had in a theater with my family in a very long time.
So I have a lot of movie producers that listen to the show. So what's your movie? What movie do you want to do?
Ooh, honestly,
What do you want to
anything.
play?
I just want to be the quirky friend. I think I would be able to pull that
Okay,
off.
I'm going to stop you right there. If The Rock didn't look at this career go, I don't know. I wouldn't mind being the
That's how he
quirky
started.
friend. Who?
You would play like side roles or
No.
what? Go watch Be Cool.
What's Be Cool?
He was in that. He was like a very small role.
Oh, so you want to start with small roles?
yeah. Because
Okay, what do you want to like what do you want to do? Do you want to be
action star for sure.
like action star?
Yeah.
Okay,
hell
what's your
yeah.
movie?
Oh, I don't know. It could
It's
be
gotta-
absolutely anything. Maybe
What
we
about
actually.
okay, ready? I'm gonna soft sell you a script.
Okay.
Terrorists come in and hold hostage a pro wrestling match.
Yes,
This is a great script.
I'm loving it. There's a live audience. They're all in danger.
Yeah, live audience. They're like, everybody down. Why did I have to give them that accent?
What was that accent? What would you say that
Everybody
accent was?
down. It does not sound American. It sounds like something racist. Okay. La, 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 la,
Okay.
la, la. Everybody down.
All right.
Wrestling match stops immediately. Everyone thinks it's a bit, right?
Yep.
And so they're like, yeah.
They're into it. Yep.
Right? The fans go fucking nuts. And these guys enter the ring. Okay, I'm just coming up with this pitch right now.
Yeah.
The fans think it's a bit. The wrestlers know it's real.
Where do the terrorists come from? The entranceway?
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been to an Impact Wrestling match.
All right. So there's a backstage area.
Yeah.
Everybody gets changed. Then you go to what we call the gorilla position, which is you're right about to go through the curtain and you wait for your cue.
Okay, they end. The terrorists don't know anything about professional wrestling.
Yeah.
They enter through the gorilla area.
Yes.
So
by
that everyone
accident.
by accident. So everyone thinks it's a bit.
Yes.
And they go fucking nuts. The wrestlers are confused.
yeah.
They're playing along with it.
Yeah.
At first.
See, like they would know this isn't real. So the ones in the ring would be like, why are you here? Who are these guys? Then the opponents would probably talk to each other, which would
Yeah.
break the entire thing to the crowd. But then they would also be like, wow, they're really convincing.
They're really good. By the way, you got to admit, this is a great fucking movie script. Am I right, Halston? the fans lose their minds. It's so real. They go in.
Hold on. I've already been shot, by the way, in the back.
No,
Like
no,
backstage.
No, you're the hero in this.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not dead.
No, you're not dead.
I'm wounded.
No, you can't have a fucking hero with a bullet wound in him.
Yes, you can.
No, not in this script.
Oh, sorry. You're right.
So they take. So give me some Impact guys that some guys that I can put in this script.
Okay, we've got Tommy Dreamer. He's a extreme wrestling legend.
Okay.
We've got a guy named Rhino.
Okay.
He looks like a rhinoceros.
All right. So they go. So Rhino's wrestling Tommy Dreamer.
Yep.
When the whole shit breaks down,
Yeah.
you're in the back. You had a back injury.
Perfect.
Your back's hurt, so they're trying to chiropractor your disc.
So I'm getting
bulging disc.
massaged.
You're getting massaged,
Yeah.
right?
Have you ever had a bulging disc?
No.
It's awful.
You're talking to the person you're wrestling that night. You
Yep.
guys are walking through the match.
Okay.
You're getting massaged, getting your disc put back into place. terrorists walk in through the grill thing. You hear that and you're like, what the fuck?
Right.
And so you guys come out to almost watch through the gorilla
To see what's going on.
to
Yep.
see what's going on. And you're like, wow, this is fucking phenomenal. You look at the writers and you're like, what?
Who
how
wrote
did you guys?
this?
Who wrote this? And they're
Yeah.
like, this isn't written. The fans are going fucking nuts, and they go in and they kill the two guys on stage, and everyone just goes, wow, they've really taken it up to the next level.
That you'll be cast in that role. You'll be in the audience and
Yeah.
you'll deliver that line.
Yeah, wow, this is fucking amazing. They've taken this to the next level.
Perfect.
And they're like, all right, if we don't get our demands, we will kill one wrestler every. So the fans think it's fake. It's live streaming,
Yeah.
but the wrestlers have to save the day. This is, by the way, a genius fucking script.
Yeah.
The wrestlers have to save the day in front of the fans who don't know it's real.
Yeah.
And the wrestlers have to really
Yeah.
win
While everyone thinks it's fake.
because they're bringing out each wrestler every fucking 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And the wrestler's like, no, no, no. And they're like, wow, he's really selling it.
Yeah.
He really looks scared. How fucking great is this script?
It's great. How do I save the day though?
You Katniss Evergreen it.
Okay.
You take someone's place.
Okay.
They go, all right, next up, Tommy Dreamer. And you're like, Tommy, I got this. And you go in and you use old school wrestling techniques to fuck these guys over. Like little things. Like I'm trying to think I don't know the exact. I mean, I don't want to give all my fucking dreams away.
All right,
in
so
this
here's
script.
here's one. I'm gonna put this
Okay,
in the script.
yeah.
So in wrestling, how we make ourselves bleed. I know I'm telling too many secrets, but we use a razor blade. So we'll either hide it. Some guys
Yeah.
are crazy; they hide it in their mouths, so that's an option. They'll hide it in their wrist tape. That's an option. So when I Katniss Evergreen it and I go to the ring, I have a razor blade hidden.
Oh, so these guys know so little about wrestling
Yes.
that when he's like, okay, and you just almost like you imagine wrestling with a guy that knows nothing about wrestling.
Yep.
But you can help put him over. So you take one of his terrorists and help put him over. You're like, no, please don't. And then you hit yourself and you start bleeding, and the other guy starts looking and going, hey man, I said just shoot him. Why are you beating him up a little bit? And he's like, I don't even know what I'm doing, bro. And then you I think this is a great script.
We also have the production crew too. Like we have control because we're running the wrestling show of the lights, the sound. We have pyro.
Oh, do you
So
realize
There's
how-
options.
This is such. By the way, can I tell you that we could shoot this for very cheap?
Very. I
wanna-
already told you we can run a wrestling show for $3,000.
Yeah, if we can do it for $3,000, it's one day. But I love the premise that the fans and literally they're all backstage going, none of this is on the book. None of this is on the book. These
Yeah.
are real terrorists. And the camera guys are so jaded. They're like, sure they are.
Yeah.
All right, pan in. I'm going to close up on. God damn it, that does look like brains. How did they do that? You guys are really taking this to the next level. And so it's live streaming to everyone. It's all going viral.
Yeah.
You're a bulging dress wrestler. You're ready to get out of the business. All you want to do is get into movies. You got these bullshit auditions as the wacky neighbor.
Yep.
And you're like, dude, I kind of want to be an action star. And you decide to go in and save the day. And you become, and the end of the movie, you've saved the day. You get the girl. You go viral online.
Yep.
Everyone thought it was scripted.
Yep.
It was real, but you saved. CIA comes in and cleans it out entirely. They
Yep.
go, we're going to write this off as it was scripted. We done another project for you. And it cuts, and you are next to The Rock. Both of you have guns like Sean Hobbs.
Oh
Sean,
my gosh.
And you're like, and you look at The Rock, you go, I'll take this one. And like you do the line you gave to the other guy.
Yeah.
That's how we end the fucking movie. God
That's
damn it.
great.
I was just at Legendary like fucking 20 minutes ago. I should have pitched this movie. This is such a great fucking idea.
If I see this in production and I don't get a DM on Twitter, I'll be offended. I'm letting you know.
I'm telling you, we could make this for so little because all you need is it's one location. That's what's
Yeah.
brilliant about this. It's one location. The problem is you need about how many fans are at a normal match? Like you could do 1,000?
Yeah, 1,000 extras. Yeah.
Yeah, 1,000 extras. That's a lot of extras.
But when they filmed The Wrestler
yeah.
with Mickey Rourke, none of the audience was paid.
Well, yeah, but the idea of getting 1,000 people into a fucking Maybe I'll just make this movie.
People would love to just be in a movie.
I'm gonna see if I can pitch it and sell it right now.
Sure.
Let's see if I can. I'm gonna call one of my buddies who's a producer. See if he buys it. He'll poke holes in it.
All right.
Okay. By the way, if it goes to voicemail, then you really know where I stand on his fucking.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Nothing. I'm in Paris, sitting in a bar.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Are you calling me for anything bad?
No. I'm doing a podcast, and I have a movie pitch. I want to run it by you and tell me what you think. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. One location. It's set at a wrestling match. About 1,000 people in the audience. Okay.
Okay.
One big wrestling. It's called Impact Wrestling, but it's like 1,000 people in the audience. They're live streaming it. Terrorists come in and take over the wrestling match, thinking they're going to hold everyone hostage, but the fans just think it's part of the wrestling, and they keep cheering and they keep killing wrestlers one by one, and the fans just get more and more into it, going like, God damn it, they've really stepped up their production level. So the terrorists can never get the fans to believe them, and the wrestlers are getting murdered one by one, and one wrestler saves the day. What do you think?
Amazing.
That's all I wanted to hear.
Amazing.
All right.
Really amazing.
All right.
I've had a delusion I've had like a daydream about terrorists taking over like an NFL football game.
Yeah.
And then somehow the NFL players like keep knocking terrorists out and then randomly, comically like win without knowing they won.
Yeah.
This is a much better version of that.
Okay. All right. We got it. We're gonna get it. I'm gonna write the script. I'll call you later. Enjoy Paris.
Goodbye.
All right. Bye. What
Perfect.
did I tell you?
I'm a movie star now. This is great.
Yeah. I got you your first role.
Sick.
By the way, I'm gonna make my first movie. I'm so happy.
I got all the connections you need. Just let me know where you want to
He's
film.
the only connection we need. He's
Perfect.
got all the money. His whole thing is if you can make it for cheap, and so the number one thing of making a movie, you can get one location.
Mm-hmm.
You get one location. It means
Done.
we're there 8 days. We shoot the whole fucking movie.
Easy.
Like how I've never made a movie and I've already said, give me 8 days. We're done. 8 days. But yeah, I think that's fucking awesome.
Genius.
Look at your first movie.
Thanks.